If anything happens this week, please know we love you. We got that message from our staff and team that's been operating within half a mile of the front line of these chemical attacks in Douma, Syria this week. And what they're referring to is not if we get hit by more chemical attacks. What this sort of last message is about is American, French retaliation. It's about if the West decides to bomb us to smithereens in response to what happened in Douma this week, please know we love you. The drums of war are beating, and the bipartisan war party seems to be marching down the road demanding retaliation. And I've been here long enough. We cannot bomb our way to peace, especially when it ostensibly is retaliation in the name of justice. Justice is not causing millions of people in the capital and beyond to live in fear. Because our people that we love, our friends that we care about, they're living in fear that these attacks are going to come with a kind of brashness and a lack of calculation and a lack of wisdom and a lack of nuanced understanding of what is at stake here in real people's lives. And I believe that fear is justified. And so, you and me, people of preemptive love, I'm urging you tonight. Please don't bang the war drums. Please don't call for retaliation. No, in the name of love, in the name of compassion and kindness and freedom, why don't we open our borders to more people? If we really love the children of Syria and we don't want to see them suffocating and foaming at the mouth, then let's fling our doors open and throw our arms wide and welcome them in. You're welcome here because we don't want to see you gassed. And when we don't want to see you gassed and when we're up in arms and we're outraged, we throw our homes and our lives, we throw all that open to you so you don't have to live in fear of chlorine gas attacks, of sulfur mustard attacks, of sarin and nerve agent attacks. We don't have to buy in to the idea that violence can stop violence, that we can bomb our way to peace. Instead, we're putting our bodies on the line. When you give, we show up. And you have us here. You have us in the place we need to be, operating for weeks before this attack within half a mile, serving people, feeding people, providing them with what they need to survive. But we don't just show up first. We don't just show up fast. We make commitments to places like Douma. Because here's what's happening in Douma right now. The place is leveled. I mean, they've been under siege and bombardment for years. If we don't rebuild these homes, if we don't rebuild hospitals, if we don't rebuild schools, these kids who have been displaced, their dads have been rounded up a year or two or three from now, if they're still living in rubble, if there's still no jobs, if the civil war is still going on, if we leave that vacuum, groups like ISIS will come in and exploit it and turn them and manipulate them, and this whole cycle starts all over again. So if you're a monthly sponsor, if you're part of our frontline monthly giving community, you're about reconciliation, you're about peacemaking, you're about creating jobs, you're about creating businesses, you're about rebuilding homes and turning on the lights and welcoming people back. We don't know a lot about what happened in Syria this week. But we know that this chemical attack is not isolated. We know that chemical attacks happen like this all the time, that never break news. And we know that thousands of lives are being lost that aren't happening under the banner of chemical attacks. And we care about those people too. So thank you for sending us here so that we can bear witness and give service and give our lives, lay them down on behalf of others.